Today I will show you a post-apocalyptic zombie movie from 2016, titled The Girl with All the Gifts. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. Melanie is lying in bed as the lights in her cell come on. She gets up and starts preparing for school. Two soldiers come in and she greets them happily, but the only thing they care about is securing her to the wheelchair. They wheel her out in the hallway, getting her in a line with other children like her. Melanie and the others are placed in a classroom, positioned by numbers. Melanie asks the teacher, Miss Justino, to tell them a story and proposes she reads them a myth, so that it could count as history. The teacher complies reluctantly and reads them the myth of Pandora's box. After class, Melanie is taken back to her cell, where the two edgy soldiers refuse to greet her goodnight. Later, she's given dinner. The serving is a plate full of worms. She falls asleep as she eats. The next day, Melanie gets a visit from Dr. Caldwell. The girl has solved a riddle the doctor had given her, so she gives her a new one, explaining that it's a logic problem. She asks her to solve the problem of Schrodinger's cat. When Melanie can't answer, the doctor writes something down concerning her behavior and reads it back to her, calling her a subject. Lastly, the doctor asks Melanie for a number and she replies with 13. Later, the soldiers pick her up and the other children for school again. As Melanie is being wheeled past the numbered cells, she sees that number 13 hasn't been opened. When she gets to the classroom, the same numbered place remains empty. The teacher decides to give them a writing assignment for that particular class and the children are worried that they wouldn't know what story to tell. Melanie is the only one writing a longer one in her notebook, so when the teacher asks for someone to read it loud what they wrote, she quickly raises her hand. She depicts herself as the savior and hero in her writing. The teacher gets overwhelmed by the story and goes over to Melanie, wanting to touch her. Suddenly, Sergeant Parks bursts inside the classroom and screams that touching the children is forbidden. He wants to give Justino a reminder of why that's the case,